A psychologist came home one day from a tough day at the office and said to his wife, "Honey, I've spent all day listening to one problem after another. Please don't tell me any more bad news. I just want to hear good things." His wife thought for a minute and said, "Okay, here's the good news. 2 of our 3 kids didn't break their arm today." Israel's king Ahab was a bit like that as well. He didn't want any bad news. He said, "Don't consult that guy, Prophet Micah. Don't consult him. He never brings me any good news. I want someone who'll bring me good news." King Jehoshaphat, Ahab's ally at the time with the impending battle, saw through the throng of false prophets and he said, "Is there not someone who speaks the word who could give an answer from the Lord, a prophet of God?" Ahab couldn't deny that Micah was the man, but he demonstrates a stubborn attitude when he says, "Nobody's going to tell me what to do. By crikey, I'm going to do things my way. Don't tell me what to do." And we're like that, of course, a lot of times ourselves. We plan a course of action and we ask God to bless it. We don't want to listen to what God is saying to us, whether He's going to do it or not. We don't want to be open to that. We just want to do what we want to do. God's truth might be hard for us to accept sometimes. Maybe sometimes we don't want to hear the bad news that we've stepped out of line. But it's always good for us to hear it. If what God's word declares isn't what we want to hear, we can choose to ignore it, but we are far better not disregarding the truth, but obeying the truth and changing. The truth is always the truth, regardless of whether you think it is or not. People come to me and say, "I don't think the Bible's true." Well, whether you think it is or not makes no difference to the Bible. It's still truth. God says so, I believe Him, that's good enough for me. So think about that. Don't just listen for good news from God. Be open to whatever He tells you and be obedient. We'll see you tomorrow on Sparks.